100 MCs on the front line. Hit the back shot, kill him one time. 100 MCs on the front line. Ladies and gentlemen, you asked the question, where is Saga? You also asked the question, where is Saga? And I took the assignment and went out to look for the one and only music extraordinaire and media guru. He's a music producer, a songwriter, cinematographer, performing artist, and everything else you can think of when it comes to creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll for the one and only Che Mutale Saga. What's up, man?
It's cool to be here. It's actually an honor, but it feels funny. But it's actually nice to be back in front of the camera, not behind. Oh my goodness.
Do you remember the last time you did an interview?
Almost 20 years.
Wow.
Almost 20 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Huh?
Almost 20 years. I can't remember the TV station, but it was one of those interviews where you're like, Gamba, but your heart is not there. And I think that's one of the main reasons I just took a laid back, chill pill and said, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. And just disappeared into the landscape.
You are one of the most hardworking people I know when it comes to entertainment and the creative space. You do so many things. I don't even know where to start this conversation, but we can take it as far back as maybe the late 80s or maybe the early 90s. Let's start with your journey in the creative space. Do you remember the very first time you were introduced to this space? Was it poetry? Was it rap? What was it?
It was in school, Kabulonga Boys, about 1983, grade 9, somewhere there. From Inkwazi, then I went to Kabulonga Boys, and I used to sit behind two guys, Ken Skazwe and John Kalambata. They were like really into rock pop music. So I actually did love pop rock at that time. So we made up I was in school, like a band. So I started trying to learn the drum. Ken and John were trying to do vocals and stuff like that. We called it Tell No Tale. That was in grade 9. So we tried that, my variety show, Shan, the girls loved it and everything. But I was always the odd one out because I had big eyes and no confidence. So everybody else had this good looking stuff, whatever. I was always in the corner. So like, why are you so shy? So the only person who really said you can come out of that shell was Kumoyo. He was into hip hop. So he introduced me to Run DMC, Paris. Naughty by Nature wasn't yet out by then, but Heavy D, Public Enemy, gave me a few cassettes, go listen to these guys, and I got hooked immediately. So at home, we made a rap group with the late Trevor Majula. So we're in grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, we're rapping in the mango trees, Kufam, Kuja, hey, Shan. So we made a group called Black Pack. So Black Pack formed, and we started doing shows like battle shows, North Mead, whatever. That by then we had Chululembas, the Sharpshooters, DJ Live, and we used to meet. They were like rap battles everywhere.
Was Rev Watermambazi one of them?
By then they were Uchumi Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Those were like, okay, sorry for the term, but they were like the rich kids, you know. So Uchumi Brothers would come from England with MIDI machines and stuff like that, and they had like a studio cool, Kwao Kuja. By then it was Chelsea.
Trying to remember other early rappers.
Kelvin Sampa.
Yes.
They were with DJ Live. Right. They had their own crew. We came from Shilanga area and we're Black Pack. So there was all these really hardcore battles by then, and that actually shaped me into what I wanted to actually do. So that went on. Then Trevor left. I think I was like almost grade 12, grade 11, somewhere there. Then I met the other two guys, Mbalo and Damiano, and we formed Apocalypse.
Okay.
So Apocalypse came out from
That's
Black
the
Pack.
song I was singing. 100 MCs. That's Apocalypse.
So we made Apocalypse. I finished school, 88, somewhere there. But the only problem is there were no recording studios. With DB Kuja, it was more of Kalindun. So when I went there, I met, I think, what was his name? Engineer Songole or something like that. Some old Bali, you know. So I get there and it's like, Mwach, tuali chef filimba. I'm like, not really. Okay, so the formation of Apocalypse came from when Trevor left FLOWback. So what we did was so the interesting part about Apocalypse was me, Demiano, and Balo said, okay, fine, how do we get our stuff onto like whatever. Those days we used to do beats by cassette recording from tape to tape, then you splice it and mix it, and then you keep on joining. So that was the only way.
I don't know why I used to call it dubbing.
It was called dubbing. It was dubbing. Machaka, instrumento, kuka capella. Then you join it up, then you put. So how we did lyrics was we'd get the old telephones, the receivers. So you'd unscrew the old telephones. You never did that.
Wow.
Get the old telephone receiver, then put it into the mic, the mic plug. So when the instrumental is playing on this side, the double cassettes, then you put your vocals on this side. So that's how we used to do our demos.
Okay.
Yeah, so your demos, you get your demos, take them to Radio Phoenix for hot demo action and stuff with K-Smash and everything. So that's how Apocalypse started getting momentum until we said that, you know what, we need to try and do a demo. And by then, there was only like movie studios by then. Yeah. All really the first movie studios are set up. So that's how we went there. And we were told, okay, that was what, 1997, somewhere there. So we were broke. So, okay, how much is the charge? So we meet Ricky Lilonga at the reception. So he looks at us, he comes out, and I'm like, dude, this is Ricky Lilonga. And we were like looking at him like, Ricky. And he goes, what the guan, man? What the want here? And we were sitting there, we're looking at Ricky Lilonga and like, we want to record. And he's like looking at us like, you can rap. I said, yeah, we're rappers. You can sing. I said, no, we're just rappers. Okay, chill, wait, I'm coming. So he goes back, gets Mr. Steve Nyirenda. So Mr. Steve Nyirenda, he's a soft guy. He's like, how are you, boys? You're fine. Mufuno chako ku studio. I said, yes, and we were all shaking like, this is Ricky Lilonga, man. So he gives us a charge. It was like, it was 50,000 kwacha for an afternoon session, whatever. So I said, okay, fine, we got the paper, whatever. And Ricky Lilonga comes back, can you play any instruments? I'm like, no, we only can play like keyboards and stuff. And like, I said, okay, fine. We went. Fast track down the line, like, okay, so how do we raise money? So I used to have a day job.
Hold that thought. So what was the legend Ricky Ililonga doing at movie studios?
He was actually like a partner at movie studios with Steve Nyirenda from Germany.
Right.
So they actually had like a collaboration in terms of promoting music, whatever. And I think I was one of the fewest privately owned music studios. So that's where Burning Youth were recording there, St. Michael and everybody. So these guys were already there, established. So we were like the newbies, trying to get in and stuff like that. So we saved for almost like a year to get that 50,000. I used to work on a farm as a laborer. I used to get like, I think 2 kwacha per day. So I used to save 1 kwacha every day. So apparently I raised 50,000 kwacha after like 8 months. Then my baby mama by then makes this drama, follows me to farm. Hey, mwana libe ma diaper, shan. Grabs the entire 50,000. So we had to start all over again.
What?
And it was like, I cried that night. I was like, you know what? I have to start again, blah, blah, blah. Luckily enough, my best friend, John Kalambata's father, came in and said, okay, I'll lend you the money, advance payment. So that's how we raised the money. As I said, we now go back a year later to movie studios at 8 o'clock. Tafika Pacha. Ricky Lilonga comes again. This tells us off, blah, blah, blah. We pay the money. So he says, okay, recording in the afternoon session, 14 hours. We were there like 9 o'clock. We stood there and sat there till 14 hours.
What?
Something. This is like kuja Soweto, deep kuja. That time Soweto was like a no-go area.
Yeah,
You know, it was the rough end of Lusaka. So but my yard, I mean, we grew up in my yard, whatever. So us being there was like, so the guy says, no, you can chill. We stayed there the whole entire day till 14 hours. We get in the studio and there was Innocent Mavoshi. He was the engineer by that time. So he plotted whatever. And we did the first song. It was called, I can't remember the actual title, but I think I can still remember the chorus was
Give it to us.
where we come from, the sun don't shine. Whoever comes up gets bucked, something like that, you know. And I still can remember the beat, like I was the first one. Then
So who made the beat?
I did, because I was like the lead rapper. So I plotted all the keyboards and everything. The beat made, Innocent mixed it up for us.
So at this time, you already knew how to program.
I knew how to program because we used to have sessions with a friend of mine in Mimosa.
Chilanga.
Yeah, in Mimosa Chilang. He had a little MIDI studio. So I still used to learn. And Trevor used to actually still do our beats on MIDI. So I had an idea of what we basically wanted. So apparently Ricky was impressed with our rapping skills. So he called Mr. Steve. So while we're rapping, and then they're on the other side, Pakawindo, so Vatianganet. So I'm like, okay, so earphones are on. Okay, can you hear yourself? Yes. Okay, go. And we're rapping. First verse done. So Ricky interjects. Bring. Hey man, yes. Can you hear me? Yes. What the he's saying? I'm like, I'm trying to do. Okay, do this. This is the legend telling you on your first recording session. So everything's done, nicely done. So we're sitting there mixing, and the secretary comes, Pamela, the late Pamela, says, but Steve Bakufuna. Which Steve? The boss. So I go to the other office. So I sit down, Mr. Ricky's there, Mr. Steve Nyurenda is there, and says, we love your style, we love how you're doing your music, we're offering you a job. That's how I joined movie studios.
Wow.
So that's how I joined movie studios. That was 1997, somewhere there. So that's how I started movie studios as a sound engineer, voiceover artist, recording engineer and stuff like that. So that was basically building up with no knowledge of how a studio works. So we started learning Cubase. That time we're using Cakewalk. Yeah, we're using Cakewalk that time. So it was plotting. But the advantage was I could play at least an instrument. So even when people would come in, you still actually learn how to plot and everything like that.
Wow.
So that was the basic.
Okay, that was the beginning of your journey as a sound engineer.
Yeah.
Did you play a role in helping other newer sound engineers that came afterwards? I'm thinking about the likes of Ringman. I'm thinking about Chris Mongri, Zulu. Yeah. I'm thinking about people like Keith Mutale. Yeah. Did you play a role in mentoring them?
Definitely. I mean, I was there first because like 2-3 years down the line, Innocent left. He went to Namibia. So I was the only one left as sound engineer. So we integrated, later on, Chris Commando came in, but Keith Mutale joined us. So he became like the core producer and everything for jingles and stuff like that. So we joined forces. So there were two Mutales as engineers. So he's like, oh, Ndefa Mutale, like, which one do you want? So you want the older one or the younger one? Oh, Ndefa Saga. So he came in as a sound engineer, also integrated later on into movie posse. So by then Ringman wasn't yet in. Yeah. So me and Keith were groomed into voiceover artists, engineers and everything. And that's how we started saying, okay, let's have an idea of what we can do with these two guys. So James Chamanyazi came in and we started doing beats and music and stuff like that. Started remixing Venedia Lelo.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So,
did you work on that?
Yeah, we did. We started touching it up.
Yeah.
Then there was that famous old song for James had Nichamanyazi.
Yes, the one that gave him the name.
Yeah, with a weak old ass beat. So I was like, dude, listen, I can mix it up for you. So I hyped it up for him, remixed it. Mr. Nyurenda liked it. I said, you know what, you guys should work together. So we started doing all these songs again. By then, I just used to like do beats inside, not as Saga. And we did some stuff for Chamanyazi. Mr. Nyenda was like, you know what? Make a group. So he says, okay, fine. There's this young little girl, Betty, but she was in school by that time. Integrated, and that's how Movie Posse was born in early 2000s. Early 1999, when Mrs. Nyenda came from Germany.
Which Betty is this?
Betty Bulo.
Betty Bulo, the one that features when Keith
Yes,
Mutale's...
yeah. She came when she was like in grade 10.
Wow.
A little girl from Choma. So very, very shy. So she's like, yeah. So we taught her how to sing, blah, blah, blah. So by 1999, we had done Dionko, which came out with a collection of hip-hop, R&B, Kalintula, whatever. That hit the market, and shockingly, everybody accepted it. So Steve says, you know what, let's do another one. So that's when he did Most Wanted in 2000, just me and James. That one had Kumuzikuo 2, Dialelo, and all these awards came out from it. Best Song of the Year, best blah, 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 blah. So the Movie Posse train started coming on. Then Chris Mongri and the other group started being integrated in.
Okay.
Yeah, so by then, the group started growing, so we needed an engineer. So we said, okay, listen, we're getting tired. Machukaku show, you're doing engineering on Saturday, Sunday, then you're back on Monday. So apparently, Ringman comes along one day, just some small little boy. I was like, okay, Ringman, I need a job. I want to be like you guys. Apparently, Ringman couldn't sing. He could rap, but couldn't sing. So like, okay, listen, what can you do? For now, you be sweeping the studios. So Ringman was actually the guy who just used to clean up after us. We'd do the sessions, he would mop the floor, blah, blah. Before we come in, the big guys, the stars, the St. Michael's, Nishakolo Pamfana, whatever. So he started asking questions like, so I cannot be catching. I said, okay, this is a guitar, this is a tuner. No, Ichinchichani. I said, this is a computer. There was a time where literally Ringman couldn't hold the mouse. Didn't know what a mouse was. You'd literally shake holding them. I said, no, it's chill, man. This is just like a little tool. So the interest of Ringman grew. So I started offloading everything I knew to Ringman. And the beauty about Ringman was, he's such a hard worker, man. He really had the passion to learn.
And a curious mind.
We would be asleep in the studios. Ringman would be awake, trying this knob, trying that knob. So you find all the compression ratios are all messed up. Dude, listen, these are set presets. So put back everything again. So imagine the whole rack messed up in the studio, So you had to start all over again, the drum, compressions, this is. But apparently that built Ringman's curiosity to what he is now. Yeah. The biggest sound engineer in Zambia. So for me, when I look at Ringman, I'm like, I'm so proud. Like, that is a product of, for me, I would have been what he does now, but I was busy doing the engineering side and being the performer and everything. So he says, listen, let me do the engineering part for Movie Posse. And he was our road engineer. And that's how he just took off.
Someone says success is not success if it's not successive. So when you look at the story of Ringman today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the CEO of Soundwave Zambia.
I'm a proud father.
Yeah, exactly. So that's success for you.
Every time he meets me, he literally go guada like, dude, why you always do that? Without you ever believing in me, I would have not done what I did. I mean, same with Chris Mongri. He was a session musician, but he wanted to learn how to record music and everything. Same thing. This is a mouse. This is a keyboard. This is this. Bit by bit. Next thing, he took over, and he was an engineer. When we left, he became the engineer for movie studios.
You have such a powerful legacy, man. Let's take it back a bit before we can delve deeper into that one. Did you ever battle rap the likes of the rap prophets like Joe Chiwangu?
I met Joe. I never battled with Joe. I met Joe, but I used to sing with Joe in Ndola. We used to live at Premium Plaza. I was at Premium Plaza with my cousin, and they were like, I think Kukan Sensho or something like that, or what's it, Chifubu. I think they used to come from Chifubu with the rap. By then, I didn't know who they were, but I knew him. I was like, okay, fine. My name is Joe. I can sing. And damn, he could sing. At that time, we were kids, but 1994, that's when I met Joe, and he could sing. wow, you could sing. But I was like, okay, fine. So we used to do a few things, whatever. But I was still like rapping and everything. No, we never battled with them, but I knew who they were.
Okay.
But we met later on in Osaka and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But on the Copper Belt, we met, but not as rivals or anything like that. But Joe and I now meet as in Mondo and movie. So like, you so like, Saga, this. So you're the engineer there, I'm the engineer that side. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we exchange notes and everything. So everybody's like, so you guys are like battle friends? Are like, no, we're engineer here and engineer there. Yeah. So when he's making beats for Mondo, I'm making beats for movie studios. Yeah. So we exchange notes. I was like, what keyboard are you using? He was using some Korg. They were using Korg. We had Yamaha. So we'd exchange samples, beat samples, and everything like that. So as professionals, we had beautiful relationship with
Good
Joe.
Stuff. That's good to know, man. So the first time I ever listened to Kumunzi Nkuwotu, it drove me crazy, man. The way it would start, it would start that slow, mellow, and then suddenly
build up into Sinjonjo.
And when it builds up into that Sinjonjo thing, I would always get up and start imitating your dance, But I'm curious to find out, how does a rapper suddenly start doing that type of music?
A circumstance. There was a point where I was heavily into hip hop. In the early 1999, 98, hip hop was done in English. You doing hip hop in Nyanja or Bemba was meant like you're a flop. You couldn't sell anything done in local language. As to what's happening now, it's the reverse, where if you're doing English hip hop now, it's not going to take you anywhere. Even as big as hip hop guys like K-Star and Critic, because they were the gurus. If you're talking about hip hop, K-Star and those guys were doing that
Untouchable.
In the 90s. They used to freestyle for 1 hour continuously. And I've always been amazed by those guys. But they couldn't break through because of that same norm of so they were, that time they were really big on the hip hop scene around, But us were trying to do the Nyanja thing, you're not going to go anywhere. So Mr. Nywenda picked up on that. It's like, listen, of all the songs that were on Dionko, everybody picks up on the Kalindra stuff and the pop side, like what James was doing. When you go to radio stations, you take a CD, they'll only play James's songs, and so they're not playing Saga songs, which are hip hop. So Mr. Nywenda called me and says, Saga, nyimbo zako hazakanga kukugurisiwa. I'm like, I noticed. But I loved hip hop from my heart. But commercially, it wasn't making any money. So Mr. Nywenda says, you're a good singer. I've heard you backing vocals for James. Esako Kalindula. Like, Kalindula. Come on, man. I'm like, man, that is crap stuff.
Mayadi Kid.
Me, sing PK Chala. Man. So Chris Mongrig comes and says, okay, esako chape. So we used to play a lot of Pongozi, stuff like Serenje, especially Serenje Kalindra. Yeah. I used to love Serenje. I don't know
really
why.
Inspired you, huh?
In everything that I do, I always say Serenje Kalindra.
Yeah, exactly.
So he used to play a lot of Serenje Kalindra for me. So I picked up on that, started copying how they sing and whatever. And apparently I met the lead singer, Simon, before he passed away. Yeah, they did like 2 albums with movie. And he walks in, when I first met him, like just some guy, nama guitar, Ashan Moich, you engineer. I said, yes. Never Simon, Serenje Kalindra. I was like, what? You're the guy, like, oh man. So it was a moment, meeting the people I idolized so much. And they were so humble, really humble guys. And so I said, okay, fine, let me try it. So I had this background of pop and everything. So Mongo would play me a lot of pop stuff and whatever. So when the time came, I said, okay, let me try my own stuff. I've done the Dionko thing, so let me try some other stuff I want another album. So it's just you and James. So what are you going to do? I don't want any hip hop. So I started experimenting a lot with a lot of sounds here, there. So one day, I'm listening to this old song at home with my mom in the car. It's an old song, I think in 1960s. I've forgotten the author, but it's a guy, I think a headmaster from some school in Joma or somewhere, I think in Rusango. And he got a bunch of girls and they did that on a banjo. And it's on home service radio and I'm listening. Sounds good, man. Okay, so I experimented. Years later, when I meet Sir Jones, he's like, "You Saga, do you know the chords that you're playing on Komuziko?" I said, "I had no idea." He's like, "It's C major, really difficult chords." I'm like, "Well, Jones, in a lady shop." So one day in the night, I'm playing. Ooh, yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, it's a good thing. Next day, the guys come in and it's done. All plotted and everything. Now the second half is like, okay,
can you sing it? Can you sing it before you continue with the story?
I haven't sung in years.
It's okay. No, you're singing it. We just want to hear the words.
Twali gusobana gumunzi wabagapa twali gusobana jienga uye bajembere bagalima inyemu basa gumunzi nkubotu bajembere bagalima inyemu basa gumunzi nkubotu. Then doom, I'm stuck.
Okay.
So the guys coming next day, I'm like, "Guys, I've got this song." Like, this sounds good. Mr. Nyirenda walks in and says, "Nyamushe nyimbo." I was actually I said, "I have no idea." Fakako Sinjonjo. Like, seriously? Mongri gets the guitar. Okay, let's do it like this. It's good. Then done. Put the drums and everything. St. Michael walks in and says, "You know what? Let's put this." Okay, Chakachi. Because St. Michael did the chorus actually. That's St. Michael's idea.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
So this dope. It sounds good. Go in the studio. St. Michael puts that part. I do the backing vocals and everything. It's done. We need the hook. Okay. Let's go home. I come back like 17, 18 hours. I'm alone. I'm listening to it. We've mixed it. What can I put there? So this guy walks in, Jinx. They were recording, I think they were recording one of those stuff on Mr. Movie. So he's there, I look at his outfit. I'm like, you know what, this pretty looks good. The idea comes. Gojata ngombe, gojata, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. So Angel goes, so
Angel
Tukana.
Theory.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I mean, I know Tonga. This is just some fun stuff. Okay, Kafak. Record. Gojata ngombe, gojata ngombe, ichongedwe. That's how he was born. That's how he was born. A couple of weeks later, he says, okay, let's give the DJs. The DJs start getting it. If it was this time, it would have been viral.
That song.
Fire. And we were shocked. Like, what? Kumuzi has been accepted. And that's how it was. Quickly, the album was done. Boom. Then Nkwale also was on that album.
Yes.
Nkwale also viral. So those two songs like just took the whole album to a new level. That was 2000.
Yes.
Ingo Bwera Chabe, tick, 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 tick. We did the video. The video just made it even worse. So apparently now the video's like mid-June somewhere. They're like,
who did the video?
Angel. We did it in the studio. Just me, Mongri, whatever. Angel does, okay. Because Angel used to do all our videos that time. Yeah, so the video comes out on Mr. Movie, national broadcaster. Then the Tongas called in and said, because they saw the video, because that's why the audio was okay, because no, he's just having fun. So the video comes out now. Then they see me doing this with Jinx. Yeah, my goodness. So they call Mr. Nyirenda now. The Tonga section. No, ban the video. Take it off, please. This is Petition Movie Studios. Mr. Nyirenda was like, this song is going. And it stayed like that. But they called me for an interview. I was shit scared. So people start calling in. Blah, blah. Like, guys, I was just having fun. This, no, go nyimbo. Blah, blah. I was like, you know what? I need protection. So outside the studios, people are like a few Tongas come there. Oh, he's on radio, and they followed. So they had to sneak me out from the back and everything, and drive me back home to the studios. So I started like not really moving, because every time you go, there was all this commotion. So imagine going to a shop and everybody goes, "Ni Saga, yeah."
Yeah,
Ulula. Literally have to run away, because fans are calling, grabbing you. Hey, these other people are like, hey, this is the one to beat you up. And the Tongas let me go, because they discovered like, actually he's half Tonga anyway. He grew up as a Tonga, so I'm more Tonga than Bemba. I couldn't even speak a word of Bemba that time. I had to actually learn Bemba, because I grew up on the Tonga side more. So early 2000, that was mid 2000, somewhere there. Then Goma Awards come, best song of the year. That was the highlight of my career. Like, what? And I was up against Amayenge.
What? The evergreen.
The evergreen Amayenge. And Chris Charlie was like on the opposite table, and he's looking at me like, and I was up against Dailesi. Dailesi was
what?
Big also that time. Yeah, I was up against Dailesi as best song of the year. I can't remember the third song. And they're like, okay, best song of the year. The nominees are Saga, blah 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 blah. I'm seated with my girlfriend then, who was my ex-wife, and she's there like, I know you're gonna win. I said, this is Amayenge, man. These are legends. There's no way I'm gonna beat Amayenge. And boom, I was like, okay, cool. Got the prize, and then on we waited a couple of years, and that's when we did I think Chanaba was 2022, 2023, somewhere there.
With solo.
Yeah, with solo. With song I didn't want. I hated Chaniba. The story behind Chaniba was we're doing Wasaga Waboma, the album.
Mm-hmm.
I've done all the songs, and solo comes and says, I've got this melody I love. I'm looking at me like, you and I were solo, and there's nothing on this song. It's just me. It's just a chorus. There are many guys. Okay, add on some more stuff. So he was offended by it, like wakana nyimbo Saga, because I was the star. So everybody would bring songs to me and say blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll think about it. So the album is done, like I think like 10 songs. Mr. Nina says, I don't Chaniba. I said, Sini Funa, I'm done. This song is just Chaniba, then what? And that was from a producer's point of view.
Okay. So, like it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's incomplete. So 2 weeks down the line, I said, to me, I'm wrapping up the album. So Mr. Nerinda intervened and said, no, just give it a try. Okay, fine, let's do it. So we sang it, Chaniba, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what's the next part? It says, Kudika, second part. Chipumba chankala poipa. I said, okay, that sounds nice. We added on that part. It's done, it's mixed and everything. 03, epiphany time. Like, okay, we've mixed the song. So what happens now? Okay, I've got an idea. Bam pattern. Nasty boy, a chan boy. Hey, so I've got this idea. Can I borrow that line? Which one? From his song.
Hey,
yeah, from Fuere. So like,
that's the D.
Yeah, so come on, so he gives me permission. So we twist it now. So I said, instead of using that, so Solo goes that, oh, you Saga Watukana. Was it Timangi? That, no, this is what I want. Okay, do it. Get a Wamuzako. Wamtengera. It goes on record, boom, viral again. Yeah. So everybody now thinks I'm saying, Wamush.
Okay.
So it goes on air and everybody's like, what is actually Saga saying? So K-Smash calls me. I said, dude, can you come on Radio Phoenix and clear the air? And calls are coming in. I said, no, it's Wamtengera. It's not, okay, kapaja ukamba agona pasaka. No, it's Wamtengera mkazi agona pasaka. And there's all this. Wamtengera.
And that wasn't on purpose.
No, it wasn't. It was, so now you're clearing the air on ZMBC, you're going on Radio Phoenix, you're going on QFM. Just trying to tell people, I said, Gero Wamuzako, Wamtengera. And that's how it was. But that's what... No, but... So we do the video, same. Man, no, that's your girlfriend in the video. No, it's just it was one of our dancing girls. No, that's a chick, you got a tip from the guy, this is this. So I'm telling you, man. So, but that's what made the whole song become what it was, you know.
Yeah, that's it. That's a beautiful song. Chani Baba, please give us a line. Neo.
Chani Baba, Neo Chani Baba.
Neo.
Chani Baba, Neo Chani Baba. Wamena chita Saga Chani Baba. Onitongera mkazi wangu Chani Baba. Olala naye pasaka Chani Baba.
Solo.
Ulikuti boy. And Solo wrote the song. Composed the song, then I added on a few other ad-libs and everything, but that's credit to Solo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, man. Apart from the singing and the producing, you're also such a great actor. I remember what you did on Jeff Kalunga's video. That also got banned.
That also got banned on ZNBC4. It wasn't my fault. It was Angel's fault. He's the one who put the Nigerian thing.
The blood thing.
The blood thing. I just like, okay, you're going to act and everything.
I just remember you doing it.
And again, it was one of those things of, you know, okay, they painted me. Then the producers of the, so Angel goes, boy, Chosa Jones, bamba chiteng. I'm like, dude, my wife is going to like kill me. It's like, nganga imavala trousers.
Problem.
And it's like, nganga sivala trousers. So that's how they put the chitebera and everything and painted me and everything. And we started shooting the video. When they did those effects, we were home. You know, okay, because the song says the other side, the guy kills the chicken and everything. And they did those effects at that time. I was really huge, you know. How did they put the pot in? That was like After Effects, whatever. And that just like was mind blowing. So when we watched the video, I was like, wow, you know. But the controversy that came about was, no, there's too much blood, whatever. But that's what sold the whole thing, you know. That's what sold the whole thing.
And we all got so curious and we wanted to see it more.
Yeah, wanted to see it more. And, you know, it became another viral milestone in Zambian music. And actually, everybody thought it was my song. They still think it's my song.
Yes.
You know, everybody says, I said, no, it's for Jeff. It's not my song. So, but when we were playing as a group, I would have to sing it. You know, they'll say, no, and you have to cut, you know, and you have to start singing it.
I can still see that video in my head right now. There was James Chamanyazi. Is he the one that came with the bike?
He came with the whole movie posse is in it. There's Solo,
yes.
There's Martha, there's Zita, there's me. There's the entire movie posse is in that video. But after that music video, I think the controversy and the whole fuss about it as a celebrity, as a star, I think that's what got me into, because I lost my freedom of movement and everything. The money was good, I won't lie. The money and the tension was good, but the private life got so affected. You know, my marriage was breaking down. My kids were growing up who didn't know their father, and I told Mr. Nyenda, like, I want to leave. But you can't leave. I mean, the video is doing well, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm just burnt out. I want to leave. I want to stop. I want to go back to school, you know. And he said, okay, give it a thought. I told James. St. Michael wasn't having it. He just like, to hell with this, man. You can't leave. So there's this show. I can't remember the exact show. I walked off stage in the middle of singing. You know, you're singing Kumu Kubo to, and I just walked off.
Maybe this might be around the time Movie TV had...
yeah, actually, that's the time they actually started Movie TV.
Yeah, but there's a time when Movie Studio or Movie TV had a contract with Zesco, Bill Buster. There was this tour that was happening. I remember...
around that time.
I didn't really see you at some of the events, but I saw you...
That's the time I left.
Okay.
Because I left a day before they signed the contract. A day before, and I had no idea. None of us had any idea that Zesco would actually get Movie Posse to tour the entire country, and they were getting like $1 million kwacha each per show at that time. Yes, each of them, and we were like 15.
Yeah.
So the only one out was me. So they signed the deal, and we're at the agriculture show, and then they tell me the next day, wait. Movie Posse has been contracted to do Bill Buster thing. So Mr. Nyenda called me and says, Kaone St. Michael first, because he was the band leader. So I get there. I said, okay, listen, I had a talk with my wife, my mom, whatever, and I've decided to come back. I didn't even know anything. And he says, hell no, you're not coming back. I said, why? I'm part of the band.
Yeah.
So they tell me like, sign a deal, Zambo Tenga so much. I'm like, what? But I mean, it's just a day between. You can't do this to me. So there was all this fight. No, this. James comes in. No, boy, Musato said, I didn't believe. So that's how I was left out, almost like 10 months of touring the entire country. So the guys would go, I would be left alone at the studios, doing, the usual work, movie studios, movie TV stuff. So
facing punishment.
It was, okay, for me, really, B-Flow, I'll be very honest, it was a really painful time in my career. It's so much that I hated everybody. I was just alone. I would be alone, like just looking at them. So imagine you're watching your friends going to buy expensive clothes, whatever. A million kwacha in those days was like mind-blowing. It changed everybody's lives. For Ringman, that's where he started actually buying equipment for the future Soundwave. James bought a car, he did this, St. Michael started building his house, and mind-blowing amounts which changed people's lives. And I'm the odd one out. So when the ripple effect was when these guys are performing, they would be the stars. I would be in the background because everybody was seeing them. Like, we see them on the shows, blah, blah, blah. You're touring Kawe. We met these guys. So I think that's where you met Movie Posse.
Yes.
In Kawe, yes.
Yeah. 2001.
2000. There was no Saga.
There was no Saga on
so
that.
So where's Saga? Everybody was asking, where's Saga? Saga is in Osaka. No, Saga, not Douala, blah, blah. So when we're having shows as Movie Posse, they would put me last. So St. Michael, the stars. So we have a bit of designer clothes, you open like a t-shirt, So what triggered, there was something that happened in the group. So that made me reflect, okay, this is what I want. Is this what I want to do? So I went back to do homework. Like, when you watch the Rambo movies or Rocky movies, Bampono on a first fight, then he goes in the second fight, he goes somewhere, Ambo trainer. So I literally went into training, vocal training, performance training. I started hanging around with I actually went to Amayenge for a brief stint, like how do they perform? So Chris said, okay, watch how these guys perform. And I've actually been in their routines, learn.
Where was this Matero?
In Matero.
Yeah.
So when they're rehearsing, I would sneak there, listen, watch. And so I actually started learning how to reinvent myself. So these guys would come back and say, hey, Movie Posse, Sam's Sports Cafe. It's packed, B-Flow. St. Michael performs, Sister D performs, this. And lastly, Saga. And then I had my own act.
They didn't know they were saving the best for last.
And then this new reinvented Saga comes, blows the show, blows the set. And everybody's looking at me like, when did this happen? And everyone was like chanting, Saga, okay, Tualeka, no, we want Saga back. Yeah. So the guys realized, like, you know what? We made a mistake. We've awoken a lion. And everybody started saying the best guy in Movie Posse is Saga. So we'd go to a show and say, if Saga's not there, we're not signing the contract. That became an issue. Became an issue. So when we go to a show, I remember one show, St. Michael will kill me. I remember one show we go and they said, Dana Zambirida. And I raised my hand and said, oh, no, not him, not him. I was a boy last year. And that's how it became. So Shamak once came to me in the backstage and said, boy, Shinka, you're the best performer in the group right now. The money has gone to our heads. We've become too big-headed. I said, did you learn? You taught me a lesson, but thank God you did, because I would not be what I am now. And literally I became an animal on stage. I just didn't care. I said, I'm going to be the best. And that's how it was. But again, the feeling came. I got burnt out again, and I just walked away again at the peak.
I like that you mentioned Shamak. I think he's someone that's got a lot of love and respect for you. I'm trying to remember, there was one intro where he mentions you, and I'm wondering whether you produced that song. Umuti wabo Fiash.
Yeah, we did.
Where the part where he says something like, what does he say?
There's a...
Kanshibwafya walina balume onai tefyofine Saga eh.
Then the song comes in. I used to produce literally everything for Movie Pass as engineer and also as producer and as a clique called Kangaude, which actually means a spider. I got to learn that a lot years later. So I'm hungry. Why am I putting that Kangaude? And it's a spider. Oh, okay. So me, Mongri, and James were Kangaude, the Kangaude crew, who were the producers. So I would lay the tracks. And if you notice, that time, a lot of movie poster stuff had a lot of traces of hip hop. The drum programming was from my side. Then we bring in the Kalindra aspect, mixing that was from Mongri's side. And then James would bring in the vocals, setup, and everything. So literally everything from Movie Plus was produced by Kangaud.
Wow. Who produced Muntu alive chabwino imwe pasiko mama mwe. You did, huh?
Yeah, Nkwale.
Okay.
Because James had the chord line, obviously. And then he loved Buju Banton's
Destiny. Yes, got that.
So that's where the idea came from. So I said, listen, you can't copy Destiny. But let's take a few traces and a few chord programs. Then we mix it up in our own thing. Again, got a bit of hip hop feel on the drum progression and everything. So I did the drum programming, and the basic keyboard was Mongri, and the guitar was solo. Then I did the bass synthesizer. That was live bass played all the way. That was me playing it.
Man.
So basically everything was done by us guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Great stuff. Before we move to what followed after the music, are you able to remember any of your verses on 100 MCs?
I cannot remember the chorus. 100 MCs on the front line, get a buckshot, kill him one time. Yeah. That was like ages, man.
You can't remember the verses, huh?
I'm old.
I also
a lot of flip it.
Yeah.
But when
That's how
it
it started,
plays,
actually.
flip it. When man, there's a lot of wordplay.
Yeah.
But when it plays, I remember it. But then I said, oh, that was me.
Yeah.
I had a lot of influence from Naughty by Nature.
Okay.
That became like my really hero group. And I remember as like I started even dressing like Naughty by Nature, but at that time it was pretty cool to idolize who you. But again, it had to be a point where people say, "Listen, you need to find your own style." So I did that. Started doing my own separate style and everything. But the hip hop part has never died. I still play hip hop a lot at home. My kids like, "Dad, you still nod your head like, yeah. You know, when you hear a beat like, damn, that's a cool hook, you know." Yeah. So my hip hop days are still there in the heart.
Yeah.
It never goes.
What do you think about the hip hop scene today?
It's grown.
Yeah.
It's grown.
Which MCs do you think are kicking it right?
Off the top of my head, I love Dismo. I think 76 Drums started well, but he needs to be a bit consistent with what he started. Because you listen to him in Big Machines, then you listen to him in Jam and Juice, and then he's got this new song with this. Is it a white chick or a colored chick? I don't know what's, but she's white. And I'm listening like, what the are you doing in that song, man? Dude, come on, seriously speaking. And then he's done another song with Ice Queen with Cleo.
Yeah.
What is that, man? Seriously speaking, really. I mean, you know, one thing I was telling my friends in Kitwe, I was like, when you come from a position of I've been with the best and the worst, I've got an informed position because we literally pioneered hip hop. There's no rapper in Zambia right now who can literally spit a word and say, I'm going to be bedazzled by what you're saying. Punchline for punchline, I'll tell you, okay, your direction is this way. This is what your metaphor means. You know, so I listen to 76 Drums, and for me, I'm saying this guy's like 2 years behind where he needs to be. That guy could be ultimately the best hip-hop rapper, apart from Shafi, in Zambia right now. But he needs to be consistent. He needs to just say everybody. I'm gonna do my own stuff and be consistent like Chef. Because Chef, okay, he's dropped the ball a bit this year. You know, he's slowed down a bit. Maybe it's marriage. I don't know. It happens to all of us. When you get married, you get a pot belly and whatever. But I like the fact that they went to the Mossy Day of Thunder and did that. That's a huge platform. And then I think for me, he needs to continue on. But for me, I love listening to Dismo. There's some stuff. There's a track he did with J Cash. I think Lusaka. Is it Lusaka something? That song is dope. There's one he did with J Cash. That is dope. And there's another one he did alone. I can't remember really the title. Dismo is just raps with this passion, this fire. He probably would beat a Chef on a good day. One-on-one, he probably would beat. The most dumb rapper, I think, is King Illest. Because I
didn't mean to laugh, man, but I wasn't expecting you to say it.
No, I mean,
man.
honestly speaking, you got the looks, you got the whole persona, but you can't do jack with it. I know the Tonga thing is okay. It's good to rap in, but sorry to say, but Tonga is still I understand Tonga. So for me, I can understand. But what about 3,000 people you're performing for who are looking at you and are like, okay, what is he saying? Because hip hop that's why we listen to Sarkodie and still nod our heads to it. If you can't understand what the guy is saying, at least the beat will compensate. That's all trick. Same thing in movies. I was telling this debate about Shaka Ilembe. Why do we love Shaka Ilembe? But it's a simple arithmetic, which I figured out. If I don't understand Tonga in Nkondo, then it should be compensated with the picture.
Okay.
Hard-hitting picture, which I can actually follow. I don't understand anything in Shaka Ilembe, but I'm glued to it because the picture. That's one trick we should learn. If I'm going to rap in Tonga, then I should compensate with the beats. That's why you find the guys rapping in French. But I'm like, damn, this beat is good. Even if I don't understand, I don't understand what Sarkodie says. But why do we still say, Sarkodie Mukali? Yeah, Sarkodie Mukali. It's the same thing. King Illest should learn to just either mix it up with a bit of English and bring the fan into your... I mean, seriously, you go to everything. You got TikTok going on for you, Facebook, and you're still not blowing. Why? You know? But the hip hop scene, if you're going to ask me who's going to bring a Grammy, it would probably be Chef.
Okay, so you still believe in the vision of Ndefo Kuina Grammy ne Chibemba?
He can. For me, the best song for Chef for me is... what's that song? From the first album. House Party Muka Shan Shan. House Party Muka One Room.
You love that song?
Okay. It's on auto repeat on my phone. One, metaphors. There's a sample in it. There should be a sample in it. But the metaphors, the beat, the layout, what he's trying to tell you, it carries you from the word go to the last. That is ultimately the best song for me.
You don't think Amen Sopamo is even better than that? From the Heart of a Lion album.
I don't even listen to that.
Gawacha Amen Sopamo.
I don't even listen to that song.
Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, the Zambian industry on a larger landscape, you know, like Cleo Ice Queen. She's my kid sister, fine. But unfortunately, a person who has all that backing, all that going on, nice tits, nice butt, what the are you doing? Her last album, was it Leaders of the New School? Can you even name one track from that? Yet she was under a record label from South Africa. Revitalize, reorganize yourself. She's done good by trying to reach out to 76 Drums, whatever.
Yeah, so she did something with 76 Drums. Yeah. She did something with J Cash.
With J Cash. I come from a hip hop era where we don't take. We don't. You do a crap song, we'll tell you off like, this is. Ask K-Star. You can't go to K-Star and say, he'll look at you like, what the man, and walk away. Critic even worse, you know. Critic on a bad.
Are in trouble today.
Critic on a bad day, you cannot talk to Critic. He's my bro. I've seen him. There was a show at Unza. the Critic and K-Star stood in front of us, whole crowd, and freestyled for 1 hour. They're just pointing at your T-shirt. This is 1 hour, and this is a guy you want to go up against and say, it's only just because the industry has been designed to accept a chef and a dismal, but on a stage where you know what hip hop really means, you cannot stand next to K-Star or Critic. Maybe it's because of the genre of English, but even then, I don't know how that has worked for these guys who are now. But it's like bringing back Crisis. Crisis in our days, Crisis was a lion. You couldn't rap next to Crisis. He would eat you up alive. But society has said, I don't want to be a fan. Dear, I think that's why even who's this guy who always said Bobwa?
Tommy D.
Tommy D. That's why Tommy D complains to say when we were doing hip hop. That's why he did it deliberately. He said, like, dude, you can't stand. It's just that society and the platforms have made you bigger than what you really. But on a hardcore one-on-one, maybe we should do that. Bring back the street, as we used to say in the olden days. If you don't gain respect from the street, then you're nothing. Even if you go to the United States now, when the Jay-Z and everything, they got the cred on the street first. Then you go to the corporate. Because even when you're coming up, there's a new cat on the street, blah, 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 blah. They'll look at you like, okay, how many stars do you have? Nas will tell you, I've got like six albums with 5 stars. My last flop had 4 stars. Dude, when you get 4 stars in the hip hop scene in America, man, they'll look at you like, okay, cool. Here, we've taken advantage of the new platforms. TikTok, you blow up, and let's take it to the streets. Put a platform there, Mike and say, let's go ahead. Let's see who's better than who. For me, no pun intended. This is my personal opinion. I think King Illis sucks. Cleo worse. I can't even listen to Cleo. My little girl, my little niece, Bombshell, has really tried being who she is. She's a brilliant MC. She's my little niece. I've watched her grow musically, but as a big brother, she's got brands and everything going on for her. But I would love to see the raw Wale, which she started with. She's moved a bit corporate, which is okay, But
was Bombshell at Cypher?
No, I can't remember where she came from. Okay. But when we were growing up, she would tell her, Uncle Che, I want to do music, and we would stop. Her mom would obviously say no, we're family friends. But we said, you know what? That's her strength. And her family, her mom said, go ahead. And they gave her 100% backing. And she's made it in the hip hop industry. She can go even bigger than that, probably even bigger than Cleo Ice Cream, my opinion. But the hip hop scene is brilliant. There's a lot of growth, but we can do better. We can bring in the Sarkodis. We can bring in look what Rick Ross did with, came to South Africa, embraced everybody, did a few tracks. That's what we need. We need Sarkodi to come and say, guys, let me work with you guys. Give you insights on how you can get into the industry across, and that's what we need to do. Reach out to these other guys, bring them in, work with them. I don't know what Rick Ross did in South Africa. He was balling, but there's, who's that guy he featured on? Usimanani, is it Usimanani? Speeding Down, Beautiful, Dangerous. That track it's on auto repeat on my phone also. I love Rick Ross. But at the end of the day, the industry, you need those things. Yeah. You just need to tell the truth. I know I'll be hated by a few people. I don't care because, I've done it before. I've been there before. That's what gives me the advantage. You can say crap to me and say, hey, Chacho, but dude, I was there before you were born. We put the industry where it was. We took the shit from everybody when nobody believed that Zambian music could be put at where it is now. Yeah. We were performing for absolutely nobody. We had a jam in Kitwe with Nasty D, the entire movie Pose, and Nasty D's, one of Nasty D's first tours, Kitwe Rugby's. We had 7 people in the audience.
What?
And we
performed, and you still performed
for 3 hours. Packed our shit, came back to Lusaka. 7 people. So nobody should tell me about, the industry. we took the shit when Kofi Olomide would come to Mulungushi, whatever, packed audience, and people still didn't believe that Movie Pose could sing on the same stage as Kofi Olomide. And he was king by then, getting all awards from the Cora, whatever, and we said, you know what, we're going to do it. We jumped on the same stage as him and still convinced an entire nation to believe in our own. So, as I said even before the interview, I said the only difference between our generation and their generation and this generation is they have corporate backing. They have TikTok, they have Facebook, they have all these things at their disposal. I could be in my bedroom and have a hit and not even move a step out of my bedroom. We literally had to do a song, take a CD, go find a DJ, sit with them, buy them lunch. Imagine the 16 DJs in a radio station. Once over Gudama lunch. You've been there before.
I know.
You go plead for a DJ.
Just play.
Yeah,
Jam.
a DJ is coming at 14 hours, 16 hours. You're there at 9 o'clock. Just to give him your CD, like a 50 kwacha. Saga, bam. The moment you leave, he even puts it on air. And you tell everybody at home, we literally had guys who would sit on radios
waiting for a song to play.
And then they'll tell you, boy, okay, we're marking. That's how bad it was. And then some new cat is telling me, I'm a legend. And you look at them like, do you know what a legend is? A legend is PK Chala, because even up to today in 2025, there's nobody who doesn't play PK.
True.
Even Yo Maps gave respect to PK on this last concert. That is a legend. Pongozi, those are legends. I'm not a legend. I'm a pioneer. And even when people say, legend, I look at them and say, do you know what? There are people who've done stuff out there who I'll never equal to. Pongozi used to sell 1,000 units in a week in the 80s. Akachosa record, Kutil Records. Pongozi used to sell in a week 1,000 units.
Superstar.
That was like 1 million now. Superstar. He used to buy a car every week. Corolla, Shan. Wakapita Palusaka, we were kids.
With that, we used to hear these stories about a car that used to speak.
A car that used to speak. And you'd be waiting, Papongozi, Pita. And you'd hear Chidimbe, do. Those days. Those are legends. Not us. Sorry, but I mean, I look at I won't mention any names because these are like my brothers, but I really get annoyed when somebody says, Shan, legend. I'm like, you're not a legend. You're just maybe the most famous artist right now or whatever, and you're making the biggest money. But really, you're not a legend. You can be an icon. But like when someone says, Saga, you're a legend, I said, Wakamba, no, I'm just a pioneer. I did my part because we pioneered a certain type of relevance in the music industry, and that's where we are now, and opened doors for a lot of you guys who are there now, because we had one recording studio. If it wasn't TK, then it was movie studios. Then all these small, like now you do it in your bedrooms,
Yeah.
And to actually tell a Zambian that buy my CD in the 90s, the early 2000s, was an accomplishment. I was shinga CD 10,000 kwacha. Shinga 10,000 diwe. And I'll pay 5 pin. And you'd go, like in 5 pin. And you'd go home, nagulisa ko CD. And you'd be like, nagulisa CD lelo. And then this guy, just because you've made 1 million views, whatever, I'm a legend. I don't think so.
And you know what's interesting about views is that I know everybody these days like to say, everybody keeps saying numbers don't lie, apparently.
No, they don't.
But I think that
they don't.
Well, when it comes to the issues of the algorithm and how it works, so picture this: I am watching a new Zambian song on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I searched for it because I went to watch that particular one. So I'm watching it, and then the moment it ends, and my YouTube is set on auto next.
Yeah.
So then there's another suggested Zambian video here.
Yeah.
And then I find that it starts to play, or because it's suggested, I decide to click on it and I'm watching it. not necessarily because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah,
So even if
because
I'm not impressed, I would have added a view to that one.
It was to add a
So
view.
in that scenario, maybe numbers do lie sometimes.
but that's your industry now. It's automated. It's manipulated in a certain way. The boom plays and whatever your Apple plays and everything. If you played, is it for 30 seconds? It's counted as a view.
Yeah.
So there was that kind of thing where you call all your buddies. Whoa, you can see clicking and so that In the olden days, you'd literally buy your entire stock. That's how we used to do it.
Then you start reselling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'd go to Sounds Arcade and give like six, 7 different people. Oh, kagule record young. You go record 10, and it becomes number 1. That's how we used to do it.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I did that for my first 2 albums.
Even on the Billboard. I mean, Redman once said it. You go buy your Billboard spot. Literally, they would go buy 100,000 units, and it go to number 1 until I think there was a rule that no, you can't do that. They started checking who bought, and this is literally guys would go buy 100,000 units of their own record, throw them, and say, "I'm on number 1." It's done, It's done here where you can tell your friends, "Oh, Kazituma." Like even on radio, these popular radio shows, who's number 1? No, there's B-Flow, there's Saga at number 2, there's Uzasanga Ndani. Oh, B-Flow. It's done, But that's a fabricated type of top 10. In our days, you'd literally go and perform. If you want to win an award and everything, National Arts Council with Zambia,
send the Zambia Arts Adjudicators panel.
Would send the adjudicators, come and see you're performing. So you wouldn't even know that Bajaga is watching. You'd be there performing, but or Shakarongo goes and writes notes. At the end of the day, you're nominated. You'd still come and perform in front of the judges on the final day before the actual shortlist. So you'd find, okay, guys, you've been nominated, go perform. So we'd call Your Maps, would call Dismo, come and perform in front of adjudicators. That's how you win awards. Now it's all this phone in. You don't even know who's a fan or who's manipulating the system.
A Gen Z artist can't accept to go and stand in front of judges.
Yeah, because they can't perform. Performers, literally. We used to train. I've seen guys say, I'm performing, I'm rehearsing. When Dotamba rehearse and the guy's just standing and he's got these 3-4 poor guys doing that Coppola dance behind. Then you go watch the performance and the guy's just walking around and they say it's a performance. That's why when Neo came and you see a performance, like, what's the difference between you and us? Neo performs with his backers as a performed package. Even when he's doing something stupid in front, he's always keeping in mind that at this point in the chorus, it's Achaka style. So, because the guys are doing the same thing. Even when he says, hold up, there's a little abstract, ad-lib, blah, blah, blah. But when the moment he comes back in, it's a whole setup thing. It's a playback, but mixed with instruments. That's why you find he comes with maybe a bass guitarist or a keyboardist. The rest is programmed, but it's still a live performance. I've seen guys perform live, but it's a preset. It's a CD, but the guy's performing live because actually they rehearse live on a playback.
I saw that with the P Square concert that was held in the Woodland Stadium.
Yeah. It's a CD the DJ is playing, but it's rehearsed as a live. That's one trick we should learn as our top artists. The fact that you've got backers doesn't mean...
I saw Sheffy do that recently with the Elect Band.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, a rapper can actually play live music. He can. I was watching some of the inserts from Mossy Day of Thunder. You had guys literally just walking across the stage, and it's just because people know your song and they can sing along, it doesn't mean they don't want you to perform. Me standing on a soundbox and just saying, go Mozi, that's lazy shit. That's totally lazy. You're stealing money from the people. Performance is even you just... I don't mean dancing is a performing. Performing can be just you doing a certain thing on stage. Performance could just be you interacting with the audience. I watched Daywalker, Bobby East, on his first Mossy Day of Thunder. That time I was still in Livingston. Bobby East killed the show.
So that was a performance.
Dude, the moment Bobby East came on, he wasn't like, "What Zambia?" It was like, no, there was just an intro. Bobby is. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He never even said anything like, oh, Mulishani, a cappella DJ. Not even one point did Bobby East say DJ. His performance was set, 1 hour set, and I'm going to do everything. He ad-libbed whatever, but he knew exactly where to go at every point. He's a rapper, no dancer, no nothing. We were like this for 45 minutes, captivated. I gave respect. Even today, when people ask me, one of the best performances you've seen from a rapper, Bobby East. I don't know what year that was. 2015, 2016, when he was on the Mossy Day of Thunder. Song after song after song. Especially when he sang, is it My Letter, the one where he apologizes? He was literally crying. He says, let me say sorry. Then he starts talking about it. I made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. He stopped, went into a rendition for Akim Simkonda. Went into a rendition, came out again and gave tribute to the people who came before us. Came into then in one of his hardest core songs. Literally, by the time he was saying bye, we were like, what? That's a performance. No dancer, no nothing. But the way he engaged with the audience, the way he gave you a performance. I have guys like now. Guys have been paid 40,000 kwacha. I don't care whether it's... I used to perform for 1,000 kwacha and still give you the same performance that when I get 50,000 kwacha. That's the difference. That's the discipline that we came from. Here it's because I've been given so much, then I've been given my 40,000 kwacha, so I can just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
There's no fear, no nothing. You know, but when you have that culture in you of saying whether I'm given 1,000 kwacha or 10,000 kwacha, I still give you the same performance.
Wow.
That's why we were able to perform for 7 people, 3 hours, like it's a full show, and still go back and say, I've done my job.
What made you do that, by the way? Is this the respect that you have for the fans?
It's the respect that was
and for your
drilled.
craft?
It's the respect that was drilled in us at the very early moment when we first started, even before we blew up. Mr. Nwenda said, if you play your cards right, there's going to come a time where you'll be so big that Oluwanyechi Sushi, people even accept it. You know? Yeah, that's what he told us.
Yeah.
Where you just do... Yes, you just go on the mic and people die. Yeah. There was a moment in time in our careers where, like Michael Jackson would come on stage and just stand there and people would be fainting. Yeah, I had that before. There was one show we came, Quito Agriculture Show. I can't remember the year. Literally, I was on next and I came and just stood in the middle, never said anything. And people were just crying. Then one side of the stadium crashed, literally crashed from people. We had to stop the show for almost an hour and take people to the hospital. And just that. I never sang anything. When we were sure that people are okay, they've gone to hospital and everything, then we started the show. Full movie posse. That's how the peak it was. And the only thing he said was, respect your audience. No matter how stupid, how dirty the fan is, whatever, respect your audience. There was one time MC Wabwino, I also learned that from MC Wabwino. He's coming down to see us. I was in the car with him. Tienda ku Soweto Market kuja. Bagamba, MC Bagamba. Some thug. But he recognized him. You know what MC did? Stopped. Bagamba ya chief wakam. Gave him. That time the thing was like a 5 kwacha. That was like almost like a 50 kwacha now. Gave him a 5 kwacha. Sat with him. Went, bought a kanshima, one of those to my stands. Sat with him, ate with him. MC by MC. That's a humility I learned from MC. He says, boy, no matter how big you are, those are fans. Those are the guys who go with like a coin and put in a jukebox. Saga puts money in a jukebox to make who you are. So when you see a fan do that, you're like, you know what? You need to respect. 7 people in an audience, what do we do? Nasty, what do we do?
Wow. They left whatever they were doing and they paid.
They paid.
Wow.
7 people. 3-hour show. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you. We love you, Saga. We love you, movie posse. Nice to I love you. And we went back. Okay, it's happened. But that taught us one thing. Be humble, but respect your audience. Whether there are 10,000, 50,000 people, or one person who's paid. Say, oh boy, now we say now lipida. Nindipida wakamana pangana 4. Listen any film, but we'll play them. And that's what has taken me through even now, where I look back and say, that's why even when people meet you, Saga, yeah, I'm grown up. I'm almost like 55 now, but I'll stop. I never changed. I'll still stop and say, Vashan Bagam. I can't even remember the who he is. You know, and the guy feels so, he recognized me, you know. There was one guy, I remember, Baluba, who had a show in Baluba. I met him, he's an old Bali. He says, Saga, some old guy. It's like, not really. I said, yeah, we had 3 shows there. I'm the guy who whispered in your ear. I said, you whispered in my ear? Then I said, oh, it's you. You know what he told me? 03 were playing Baluba Motel. The guy comes with a chick, staggering drunk, and he's pulling the girl, like, let's go. And the girl wants to keep on coming back. One more song, baby, one more song. I'm on stage, I'm singing, then he goes, Saga. And I'm on the mic, so I lean out and said, Achan Wakamba. Kind of music, and I can't hear. And he goes, Iwe chikara Saga, shimi filimba. I go, Numbanishi, nafiwam. And he goes, so I go, why? So he goes, therefore, ya kunganda, ishte ya kutaifik. Talefoku ya gero. This is a true story. Shimi filimba. Yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, tuala fishimi bamda. So I look at the guys and I go, gang. And that's how he left. 30 years down the line, he remembers me and says, Wanjibusha.
Oh
I said,
goodness.
Wakamba nima wanana, nina kwe na kutotosho matwi. Kubaluba. I said, oh, nima wamdana, they Wanjibusha. Okay, but Saga wali tompa iwe. So you see, this is one fan, you know.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, you just respect your fan. No matter how old, how young they are, just respect your fan, you know. Even if music school, and I want anybody who doesn't have the money or whatever to go to that school and be able to do music, learn the industry, and be able to say, okay, he's blown up, we can sponsor a video. Who's not going to remember you 30 years from today?
Wow.
I've got a Rolls Royce, fine. The moment you're not going to start making hits, what happens? People forget you. People forgot Saga. There was a time where everybody, everywhere you go, it was just Saga. I couldn't even walk to the market. I'll get besieged, I'll get raped, I'll get... Literally. Now I walk anywhere I want. And only people of my age will remember, Saga! So hi, maybe once in a while. The day will come when people will be like, oh, there was Elton Mulenga. Who's that? Your Maps. Oh, Your Maps. It happens to everybody.
This is very interesting because even when I have spoken to other artists that are no longer doing music today, whether it be Bob Marley or let's talk about Theodore, any other person I've had on this show, they've literally said, even just a guy like Yoram Maloto, everybody has said, I would like to put it to you that there will come a time when you will not be
able
the
to make
most
the
happening
hits.
artist and this and that.
The only person,
when they are addressing any other artist out there who could be, trending today.
I always say the only person who's the only person who's Miyayaya is Jesus Christ. Everybody else has their day. We had the Yo Maps in our day. It was JK. There was nobody who could beat JK. Hit after hit after hit. International artist in Gaisa ni JK. But he was on the last show last time. It's almost happening.
Yonsefeni
JK. He was the biggest paid. All the corporates wanted to work with JK. I think that's how he even went to that, the one he did with Fali, the 18 with R. Kelly.
So it was called the 1-8 project by Celtel.
It was JK. The entire Zambia, JK. But we accepted, said it is his time. There's an artist who always come in every generation who doesn't make any mistakes. No matter what he does, no mistakes. He's there at the right time, right songs, right producers. That's your maps right now. But sorry to say, there will come a time where people will be like, oh, okay, it's you again. I hope it's not now. Because to be honest, this Afro pop thing sounds monotonous to me. Sorry. So if you're gonna be like Justin Bieber, the last 3 albums, he's slowed down now. The last 3 albums I remember, he used to change all his producers. The entire production crew out. Next album, I think he did it with Skrillex. The last one he did with Skrillex. The other one, literally. And every time he
I love how well informed you are about what's happening on the music scene. Even to
I'm
this
still
day.
a producer. I'm still a producer. Madonna does that all the time. Lady Gaga does that. They do that. They always interchange, producers and everything. Same with Chandana K. Chandana K need to leave that guy who does their beats. You already know, blah, blah, blah.
Is it Mars on this?
No, Mars on this. There's another one. I've forgotten his whatever. You need to move away because your sounds are monotonous now. We're past that no chorus thing. Shock us. I always say you need to shock the public to say, damn, this is 2025. Saga's come. I'm not going to come with the same. People are like, but dude, reinvent yourself. My only advice, honestly, genuine advice I would give your maps if you're sitting in front of me or say, dude, you need to fire your production team. Or not fire, but change. Okay. Change your sound. The Afrobeat thing, yes, may turn a few heads, but it's already in Nigeria, it's already in South Africa. What are you giving them? They already know that beat. What are you giving them? And it's monotonous. You'll ask, is it, what is that? Mama, You My Hero. What's that?
Yes, it's actually called My Hero.
My Hero album.
His current
album. Literally just every song that comes is that little hi-hat thing they use, the little snare drum.
For the Afrobeat.
It's good, yes, but at some point, I've been told before, like, Kalindura sounds like the other song, like that. You're going to fall in that trap. The only way you're going to get out of it is by facing up the truth and say, dude, I know I love your music, you're my producer, but let me try producer A. Let me go to Jerry Fingers, someone who's older. But Jerry, Bikinamuka live bass.
Oh, nice.
You see what's going to happen.
I like that idea.
You see what's going to happen to your maps music. I'm moving away. Let me go to KB. KB, give me your touch. So at the end of the day, it's just reinvention.
Yeah.
For me, the person who's really going to blow up and possibly bring a Grammy is your maps. And we need to support him. We need to believe in him. We need to stop this pull him down attitude and say, but it's his money. Let him do what he wants. If he wants to buy a whole limousine or an airplane, it's his money. He's worked hard for it. Let him show it off, but leave a legacy.
Okay.
Leave a legacy because that's the only way people remember you.
I like that. I like the fact that you have acknowledged that both parties have a responsibility. As fans, let the fans support and let him enjoy whatever he's doing.
It's hard work. And
then on the other hand, you've also said, but he should also be able to leave a legacy beyond just showing
off the money and everything. But otherwise, the music industry, in a nutshell, is going in the right trajectory. We just need to believe in ourselves more and network more. There's no way 2025 we're still not seeing Sarkodie do a demo, do a collabo with Chef. There's no way 2025.
I like that. I've been thinking about this.
We have to push the agenda. We have to push the agenda.
Yeah, Zambian music going international collaborations.
Yes.
What's wrong? Is it the money that we don't have to pay for the collaborations, or is it that we're not attractive enough? We've garnered enough views on YouTube to show the world that they're getting millions and millions.
But at the end of the day, it does. I mean, unless you're going to have Rick Rose who's going to come for free, because what are you going to pay him? He's got a multi-billion empire. What are you going to pay him? It's the other way around. He says, you know what, let me help your industry. Nice, let me have a holiday. But while I'm here watching the Victoria Falls and whatever, the Zambezi, Lower Zambezi, who's your best rapper? Oh, there's this. Okay, let me do a free collabo with them.
Okay.
That's how it starts. If you don't have, yo, Sarkodie, what's up? How much is your feature? It's $50,000. Okay, fine, here. Instead of going to buy a Rolls Royce,
Okay.
if it was me,
Okay.
I was not going to buy a Rolls Royce.
So you would rather
I'd get that 300,000.
Yo Maps invests in an international collaboration which will make
matters,
him
which
bigger and go
matters.
international to actualize the international
which actually
artists.
If I'm gonna push numbers and whatever, get that 300,000 US dollars. Go to
Divorced Saga and the music.
yeah.
Yeah. We will have to hire you for
For
one of
something
those
else.
acoustic
Maybe
events.
acoustic set. Hire me to direct your video, your music video. There I'll be number one.
Okay.
That's what I do for
Behind
everything
the
now.
scenes.
Behind the scenes, giving my advice to younger producers, younger filmmakers.
Yeah.
You know, my best friends now on phone, whatever, Abena Owas, you know, those are the guys we mix with and talk about the
Exchange
industry, how
notes.
we're going to exchange the notes. You call me up and say, dude, come and direct my music video. I'll be there with my 4K cameras and give you the best. But to tell me, jump on stage, you need to bring a bulldozer. You need to bring a bulldozer to put me on that stage.
And I'm really enjoying this conversation, man. Is there anything that you ever heard about yourself back in the day that you feel requires clearing the air on, or we all good?
Yeah, that I died. I
Oh, that came up, huh?
I had 3 wives. Like, I was very promiscuous. At least I'm one person who, the trick we had in the band, we learned from, I don't know if that was true, but we learned from, but Chris Charlie told me one secret, calls me aside as a young boy, says, the way you're going to survive, get band.
Oh.
That's how we had
Alice.
Alice. I have a wife in the band. By that time, I think she was a girlfriend. But it says, band, because that means each one of you has a girlfriend who's going to keep him rooted.
Okay.
Because you're exposed to the public. So imagine you're singing and there are 3-4 girls screaming, throwing pants at you and bras. What do you think is going to happen? We've had big artists who've ended up dying before their time because of. I used to see that, you know, with certain bands I will not mention out of respect.
Yeah.
Literally, girls, you're singing Kumuzikubot, you're singing Chani Baba, and the girl comes, Saga, you have to pull them off. You're backstage. Imagine this 24 girl comes, beautiful as hell, and she says, I want you. So how would you even refuse? You know, she comes and just sits with you and leaves her pant in your hand. And she says, I'm behind the stage. Seriously. So we had this thing, we had girlfriends. Okay, it brought trouble at home because I was married, but it saved my life in a certain way because I only had one person I was with when I'm out there. You know, it brought a bit of controversy at home, which I would love to tell my young guys who are coming up.
Yeah.
That also affected my marriage. It also contributed to the breakdown of my marriage. But at the other side of it, it saved me because by that time, HIV and stuff was really high, STIs. Dude, people were dying like flies. But the fact that I had someone close to me in the band, I never strayed, you know, and it worked. His advice, each one of us had someone who would say, hey, what are you doing? You'd go out, where were you? You'd have to explain, no, I was, let's go to the room.
Yeah.
And we also had a very strict manager. Mr. Nyuenda, you really was like our father. He never allowed, if you're in the room, you stay in the room. If you're going to go out, then one of your friends or whatever would make sure that, Sagenza choka. You have to explain in the morning, where were you? No, I went to take a glass of water, whatever. But the truth of the matter is, I am where I am, and I'm grateful to be 55 years old, seen the industry, pioneered the industry. I've buried like 4 or 5 of my bandmates, rest in peace. But I'm the lucky ones because God kept me, good morals, a good management team, and just sheer luck. You know, like you don't get to be 55 and talk about it in these days. It was pure godly anointed to say, I'll make sure you're still alive, to see your children grow up, tell your story. But at the end of the day, in our heydays, I had a girlfriend in the band. So I wish I would have married her, but she's married now. She's happily married. So, but at the end of the day, I've had an illustrious career because I listened. I had a very good manager who was my father. Steve Nyerenda is like my big brother, but it was like our father. Yeah. And we listened. Learn to listen to adults. Learn to listen to your fans. If your fans say, "Bahamba, that song you did was horrible in your last song," okay, what do you think I should do differently? You go and try it. You know, we had the best producers, best equipment, but at the end of the day is believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. The young guys who are coming behind me, I used to perform for nothing. Ask PS Congratulations. Would have shows at the Playhouse, would literally perform for nothing, no audience, and would sleep. Tapangalos, Tagona Munyans with your stage now, PS, the current PS, Ask Kangwa, would sleep at Lusaka Playhouse.
What?
After a flop. With him, it's like, dude, it was a bad day. You know, the way he talks, Yo, Saga, we had a bad day, man. You know, how the hell we gonna go back home and
I'm laughing because just yesterday I was with him at an event and he was speaking just like that.
Yeah, you know, so those are lessons you learn. So I said, okay, it's been a bad day at work, so what do we do now? Okay, always believe in yourself, passionately.
Wow.
I've got a loss, my album flopped. I had an album, is it Saga Waima? No one even knows about it. It came under Supershine.
Okay.
It was produced under Supershine. It sold like about 6,000 copies. But I said, okay, fine. I mean, my time has gone. I said, okay, I accept it. We all have flops, you know. What do I do next? Okay, this is not working. Let me go back to school. And I made sure it was what I wanted at that time. And I didn't look back. And thank God I did it at the right time. Just when Kalindra was really going down, the no sales, no shows. And lucky enough, TV2 picked me at ZNBC, and there it was.
Amazing stuff. Saga is my guest today on the Z FLOWback, and this episode is brought to you by Fast Mobile Center for today's best technology. Mr. Steve Nyerenda got his flowers at last year's Ngoma Awards, and I was so happy to witness such a moment because we're in a country where we like to give people their flowers
when they're 6 feet down
at their grave.
And then you're crying, so
I was so happy to see that. On the same night, Chisha Folotia got his flowers too.
Yeah. Those two were like dark and night. Those Mondo and Movie. And there's always this big debate, who was bigger, who was better. I think we complemented each other.
Yeah.
Chisha Folotia had his own style of doing things. Steve had his own style of doing things. And we complemented each other. That fierce competition we had brought the industry. The JKs, the Sagas, the St. Michaels, the Exiles, whatever. We made the industry what it was.
True.
And I would love, there's a secret project, I hope it does work, maybe next year, is to honor the people who are there.
Thank you.
Which we don't do deliberately.
Thank you.
I won't give it away because someone might steal the idea. Yeah. But imagine if you gave JK his flowers now.
Thank you.
Imagine if you
Do you know that TK Romacide does not have a single award to his name?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The most iconic producer in the history of Zambian modern hip hop and R&B.
You can say that again.
And whatever. TK literally used to go to East Africa to teach himself how to sound engineer and everything and come back and do it. We all learned from TK, but nobody talks about TK. Nobody. And it was like, Romacide. The day he would die, then you said, watch the video. It shouldn't be like that. You know, the kids of nowadays should be able to say, there was a producer called TK. There was a guy called Saga. Even when you mention your name, they shouldn't be like, Tony Ndanu. You know, they should teach this in schools. You know, a syllabus on the arts and everything, there should be like a wall where you can see JK, Saga, Exile, Nalu, whatever. These are the guys who are there. The way we know PK Chala.
Yes.
Like it's just there. In our generation, you have to think first to say, okay, there was once Nani. You know. But when you mention Pongozi, PK, we never we never think twice.
Yeah.
Why is it in our slot you have to start thinking twice? Like, okay, so who was MC Wabuino? So who was Exalai?
Yeah.
Who was Danny? And you have to think
It's
twice.
like people have literally forgotten.
We raised that apart.
Yeah.
But when you say Pongos, Benze Bakali Baja. Say Ranel, they'll be like, Ranel.
Anaimba nyimbo bwanje.
Anaimba nyimbo bwanje. You see? So if you're unlucky where you really were not like someone, I would pick like Mainza. When we were starting up, Mainza was like the epitome of R&B. Mainza was...
You won't believe how many people have mentioned his name on this show.
When Mainza sings, even now when you listen to the jingles for Trade Kings, Mainza used to blow our minds when he comes to the studio because he could sing, could do reverbs on his voice, whatever, the Boys to Men type. Even why are you not in America? You know, he was at that level in the 80s, 90s. Mainza. And these are people who shaped other people and never took credit.
Right.
You know, Joe, Bob Marley. Mainza was behind the falsettos, how to do, even with Mondo. How many projects did Mainza work at Mondo?
Right.
And still, nobody says anything. Like I was told, like, so who wrote your biggest hits? Like I told you today, if it was in terms of giving credit,
Solo wrote
Saint Michael should have been rich by now for giving me that chorus. Solo wrote Chanibaba. Nobody says anything about Solo. No, is it? No, but at the end of the day, we have a right to say these things. You know, XYZ has produced how many big artists? Nobody has ever gone to Slap and said, now, sure, boy, you really have pushed the hip hop boundary when nobody believed. It's Slap who took it on his shoulders to say, I'm going to prove a point. Mike too came behind. He was not there. Mike too came from, I think, America when he came. This is our on that instrumental. You played on, is it Born and Bred, whatever?
Born and Bred, the first Born and Bred.
The first Born and Bred. That's what we saw Mike too. Like, there's a rapper who's the most controversial. But Slap was already pushing the agenda in terms of hip hop, trying to break the boundaries. Why are we not saying big up to Slap? You know? So then I said the reverse angle is like, legend. Who is really a legend? You know? So it comes back to that narrative where I was pushing. No, you see any word here, just leave it away. Leave it for the real legends.
Let's just work.
Let's just work hard. Push the agenda and give credit to the people who pushed the agenda where we are now. You know, we're doing numbers now we're doing numbers now on Zambezi Magic because people like Frank Sibuku broke the boundaries.
Right.
Without them, honestly speaking, Zambezi Magic were not even going to look at Zambia. But people were brave enough to say, let's tell our stories. You know, and that's the same thing.
And that telling of stories is coming from somewhere. We had people like Southzande, Maximo.
Then in Southzand, where people never believed that Southzand could actually go on TV, do Play Circle, and people would sit 19 hours because Play Circle. You'd be waiting for Play Circle. You'd be waiting for what's that one? Maximo, those Time for Music, like us, like who really like music. I used to wait for time for music in Ngoma Zilile, where I would see my icons play. You know, I would wait for maybe today they'll play Serenje Kalindula or
so we need to
Distro
honor
Komboka.
all these people. The likes of Mark Botti is still around. He's alive.
But even but those are old. But even now,
even the Chris Akofunas who pushed Zambian music.
Well, I would love if there was a street named after me, yes, but or a building. Oh, this is Movie Posse Avenue, which means you've encompassed everybody. Me, James, Shamak, Zita, Saint Michael, movies, Movie Posse something or movie studio something. That is the way it's supposed to be. This is a monument for Mondo. Why should we wait for Chisha to die and say, oh, blah, blah, let's name a street after Mondo music? No, it shouldn't be like that.
Wow. We have work to do.
A lot of work.
And I really, really appreciate the fact that you've unpacked a lot today. We have learned a lot. I can only imagine what's happening in the comment section. It's been raw and it's been real.
Shredded apart, but at the end of the day, somebody just has to be the devil's advocate and just say the truth.
I think as Zambians, we need someone like you who will just tell it as it is, because many times in the name of being humble, we are humble, we're a humble nation.
We are a humble nation, but we're also sometimes a dormant nation, and that really pisses me off. You know, There's nothing. I've been humble. I've been a shy person all my life, but my father said it won't do anything. Okay, you're shy, and then what?
In fact, I think that's the word.
So
we're shy. We're even
would-
shy to just say it.
Just say it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's damn good. The guy is the best rapper in Zambia. Say it. The guy is he's the best singer. I mean, the way we wish to shred Kazadi apart. But if you look at it at a different angle, he was brave enough to do what he was doing. And nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing what he's doing. And no, Kazadi, this is. But look what he's done. He's brought a little guy in the industry we've forgotten about Mordecai, but we can still bring him up. But Kazadi was brave enough to say, this is how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
But we all turned our back. No, I'm fana. So it's okay, fine. I'll let it go. And I'll start something else. Started Icon. He's brought up another artist and everything. But it's exposed so many other people.
Yeah.
So even if an idea is bad, let's look at some of the good components in it and try to use it to bring up the industry instead of just saying everything is bad. So I don't know. But I hope the comment section obviously will rip me apart on some certain things.
I actually don't think so.
No pun intended. As I said, it's my personal opinion.
I have a feeling that the majority of the people are agreeing with you because there are things that people bottle up. They can't say them and they wait for somebody else to say it on their behalf.
I'll do this deliberately. My top 5 artists, Zambian artists. Dismo. Love Dismo. 76 drums.
In no particular order?
No particular order.
Dismo?
Dismo, 76 drums. The Daywalker. Your Maps, no. I don't like Your Maps music. And Toela. Toela for me, I think, is the next Rihanna.
Okay, so
South
Dismo,
of the equator.
76 drums,
The Daywalker.
Bobby East, and Toela. Who else?
Toela. No, I'll stop there.
Okay.
I'll stop there.
Okay.
For me,
one at top 5.
Nah, top 5. No. Unless I put myself, yeah. But
Yay!
But I've got a little niece at home. She and my daughter, they sing word for word for Your Maps. She has it on like a little portable thing in her bedroom. She loves Your Maps, and I always look at her like, one day I'll get Your Maps to just come and sing on your birthday party, just to surprise. If it's a 50,000, I'll pay Elton. I'll look for the 50,000 just for my daughter and say, now boy, just come and sing for my daughter. That's the only way I would really say honor Your Maps for the hard work is done at my level. I mean, money's money, but just to sing even one song for my daughter on her birthday party, that I would do for my daughter.
Nice. I love that. Can we, before I let you go, can we speak about music producers today? Apparently, we are not really being trendsetters in terms of how music is produced, because there's a lot of these loops that we use, and then sometimes people, I don't know whether they buy or they download these beats and whatnot.
I think it's both. It should be both.
What's the correct way to do it? What would you advise the current generation of producers today in terms of also finding our sound? Because other people are thinking that Zambian music is not as authentic as it should be. Like, we don't really have a sound apparently. Yeah. And so it's difficult for someone in another country to just say, oh, that's Zambian music, because we keep...
No, but at the end of the day, music is music.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or it's bad, a good song is a good song. Whether it's sung in French, in Lingala, in Nyanja, in Tonga, a good song is a good song.
Okay.
So the term of Zambian music, this debate has been going on for generations. Even in our times, I know simuimba Zambian music, simuimba Kalindula. What is Kalindula? Kalindula is just another form of an aspect of Zambian. In fact, Kalindula comes from the northern province, Amanchancha. It's just another. There's the Lozi side, there's the Tonga sound, there's is it Chipata disco? That's from the eastern. There's a certain way you play Chipata disco. It's different from Akalindu.
Okay.
Amanchancha is on the waist. It's mixed as so. Amanchancha, Kalindu, Chipata disco is more of, that's Chipata disco, you know. So you need to learn the different form. But a good song is a good song. Whether it's Fali, whether it's me, whether it's Your Maps, whether it's Toela who's doing it, a good song is just a good song.
Okay.
I love like Vincenzo. You know, Nipase anymore, but hey, what is that? That's like that's like a pop song. That's pop. It's not Zambian music. It's pop. If you really want to say what is music, what is Vincenzo really singing?
Okay.
It's pop music. It's not Zambian music. What producers need to do, in my vein, is there's a current. You need to be conformed to what's happening, but there's also a different gender of saying, I'll do what I want to do.
Okay.
The people who do what they want to do. I've got a friend who works at ZNBC. She's a gospel artist. If you listen to her songs, she actually makes songs because that's what she wants. If you ask me today, Saga, if you go back in the studio, what music would you do? It would be hip hop because I love hip hop.
Okay.
But the public would be like, what the are you doing? If I took this vakalindura, this is from my heart. I'll be like doing samples and whatever. But what the public want is different. So when producers make Anachi beats and all these guys, they make music according to what's trending because the artist needs to trend. If you ask Your Maps today, say, what music would you really love to do? He'll probably tell you like, Waramba, I would love to do just something total, but the industry won't allow me. So music producers need to learn one thing. There's the commercial side, which you need to make money. And then there's also the part where I just want to do what I do. But this thing of sampling, it's there. You can't run away from it.
Okay.
It is there. But what you need to do is how do you use it effectively, but not to infringe on someone else's creativity. Okay. I can make a beat right now from my head.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to sample is maybe the sounds. Because the software is there to say, okay, a real snare, whatever. But when you think I beat Yamunzako from somewhere else, okay, they're selling them now, which is good. In nowadays, there's no way you're going to buy someone's. They'll follow you.
Yeah.
Right now, they're free beats. I think, is it the other one, Your Map song with the Malawian guy?
Yes.
That was bought with a license. But Your Maps added in certain elements to it, which made it his.
Yes.
That is allowed. There's still the creativity there, but the baseline has been left. Yes, it's bought and everything, but I've added in a saxophone, a bit of marimba. It's still creativity.
Okay.
But not when you just get everything and then you just sit back and say, okay,
I made this.
That for me, that's being a lazy producer.
Okay.
You can make a beat. I can make a beat today, call Israel and say, boy, Exile, and say, boy, Exile, Nimpangachi beat. It's my creation. I give it to the artist. That's what producers are doing in South Africa. They make beats, then they call these vocalistic guys.
Like what Master KG does.
Like what Master KG does. He makes the beats. KB does the same. Calls Chewe, the superstar. I've made a beat from scratch, boom, boom, boom. Put a vocal guy, does it. But he's not going to sample the entire chorus or bass line from KG and say, no, I think that's wrong. And the algorithm obviously won't allow you because the moment you upload it, there's a red flag.
Yes.
So producers still have to produce something in a certain way, which is theirs. But the lazy part of it is this AI thing that comes and tries to do everything for you. For me, stay away from AI. Just stay away from it. Yeah. Because at some certain point, the thing just takes over everything, takes over creativity. Next thing will just be putting words in a machine and it does everything for us.
Even when I listen to a song, an AI song, it's
there's just
these
something
days,
that
there's something is missing. There's that human element that's missing.
The tools are there to help us, but not to influence us to overtake everything. Tankara che mind shut in AI GP chat. That is wrong. Seriously speaking. Even vocals. People just go, ha, ha, ha. AI does the rest. And then you sound like some superstar and stuff like that. But kudos to the producers. There's some wicked producers out there who are really doing really good work.
Very true.
When we were coming up, I came from an era where, as a sound engineer, I didn't even know how to mix music. It was by ear. Because I loved music, you know what I used to do? I would go listen to Kofi, I would listen to Fali, I would listen to R&B.
And we're talking the analog days.
Analog days. So we'd play the tape, put on earphones, play it at the lowest volume, really lowest volume, where you literally have to focus your mind. So I trained my mind how to listen to music. I could tell you a hi-hat is on this side, what volume, but just by listening. So when I was mixing my music, if you listen to our music that time, you're like, okay, I actually learned I used to ask myself, so how do I get the guitar to be on one side and the hi-hat to be on this side? That's panning. And the guy from Jamaica came in. He was called Fat Man, and really fat guy. He was a DJ. He goes, yo, Jay, man, yo, Saga, let me tell you how they do it. They take a pan and you put it on this side and this side. I said, but how do they do it? When you go on mixing, you're mixing and put it on this side. Yo, sin man. So I was with him for almost 5 years. Professional sound engineer from Jamaica via the States. And I actually also tutored a bit with Ringman. And he actually put our rack, how to tune in our ratios and everything. That's how I learned how to mix music, compress music. It was by ear, but passionately. I never went to school. So all these guys saying, sound engineering school. Okay. The producers now have gone to school. And I appreciate that because they're actually doing sound production because you have this level that they almost as good as the Chris Browns.
Yes.
When you play our music now, there's little
beautiful.
difference.
Beautiful.
The compression rates are so, the minimum you're like, okay, Nyamu Zambia, but it's almost as good as the Chris Breeze's compression ratios, the bass and everything. So these guys are really doing a fantastic job. Really,
kudos to the producers. Hey man, this has been a masterclass.
Thank you very much.
I have really enjoyed this conversation.
When are you doing the next album?
Well, I would have to think about it.
Maybe I can feature.
I would have to think about it.
If you call me for a feature, maybe I'll think about it.
Nice one. You left the stage while everybody was still clapping. That's a good thing. We never even noticed any downward spiral or anything like that.
It was internal.
Yeah, maybe it was internal with you,
yeah.
but we never noticed anything like that. And so because of that, I think maybe that's part of the reason that the demand has been high for, people wanting to see you on this show and whatnot. Yeah. And I think they've also learned maybe a side of you that they never had any idea of. Some people might be hearing you speak for the first time, and obviously probably they are really impressed. There's a comment to you by Fast Mobile Center for today's best technology. When all is said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
That question it's a very difficult question to answer. Just remember me as Saga. Just remember me as Saga, as the guy you could go to when you have a problem in music. The guy you could go to say, okay, I don't have enough money. Okay, come. I remember one time when I met Leo Muntu, when his brother kicked him out of home because...
He was in 11th grade, right?
He was in grade 11. And his brother kicked him out because he was doing music. Leo used to stay with me in my little one room just across the road from here in Kabwata. So me and Leo became friends, we became brothers, we became rap mates. And we used to go in the studio in the night. We used to sleep at the studio. Said, I don't have a place where I can do my demos. The same demos he took to Mondo was at movie studios.
What?
And this was free of charge.
Then he became Black Muntu.
Then he became Black Muntu. But even Leo tell you, this is a guy who we used to eat in Shima with, Kapenta, Namuikala, would sleep hungry.
When he was at DK.
He was at DK. And then his brother forgave him, blah, blah. I think he went back and finished his school. But his brother forgave him and he went back. But I think we stayed almost like a year together.
Wow.
On the floor in my little one room. And these are stories I would love people to talk to me about. And tell everybody about and say, this is a guy who just was a normal guy.
Yeah.
He was a star in his time, celebrity. But at least I know there's one Kaponya somewhere who's an old man who says,
yes.
So I think for that, I'm really glad that God gave me this life.
Man, thank you so much. You embody and exemplify humbleness, humility, genius, and every good thing, and even the honesty and the rawness. I just love how you've been able to tell it as it is, and I've really enjoyed having this conversation with you. Please receive your flowers. I may not have them in my hands right now, but they're here.
Just being on this show, this platform, after almost 20 years, you had to dig me up and say, that for me is just humbling enough. It's not every day that someone recognizes what you've done. And at such a young age, you guys are now coming up. We're passing on the mantle to you guys. And a young blood says, you're a legend.
Yes.
And I'm still humbled. I still say I'm not a legend.
That's
but
crazy, man.
people
Because
still say
when
a
I
legend.
called you and I was telling you,
And that's the first
I
thing
need
you
you
said,
on my show.
legend. I was like, what?
I'm like, legend.
Who's
you don't
calling me legend?
It's going to be an honor of mine to just have you on
Just to
this
have
show.
you on the show,
And you told me, no. I will be honored. I'm humbled that you called me. I said, do you even know what you're talking about? So I want to repeat, I am humbled to have you on this show.
Thank you very much. The honor is mine.
Thank you so much for the lessons you've provided. You've been gracious, you've been generous, and a lot of people will definitely watch this. And after, I know that years from now, people will still come back to learn from the lessons that you've provided here. And I'm happy that we're able to document some of your thoughts and some of your part of your wisdom.
Thank you.
And so thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate.
Thank you.
So you gave me the assignment. Let me know how much I did in terms of impressing you or delivering or bringing out the facts and the truth that you wanted to know about Saga. This has been today's edition of the Z FLOWback, and big salute to Tiptronic behind the cameras and the editing and all those good things that the guys are doing, the things that Saga does in his other life. Big ups to Fast Mobile Center for today's best technology. Till the next time, we salute. Kaboom!